Alrighty guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the best investing money management channel on YouTube. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Snowflake. This stock is selling off like crazy. Is the trend going to continue? So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys get anything in value out of this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions, concerns, make sure you guys ask them down below. So for those of you that don't know what Snowflake stock is and you just naturally clicked on this video, well, Snowflake is a software and data company. They IPO'd about a year ago, and the stock has been very volatile over the past couple of years. If we go ahead and we look at the yearly chart, you can see we've seen some great growth where the stock hit some lows here at about $184, but it also has hit some highs here at about $405. It sold off a ton all the way down to about $239, worked its way up to $320, sold off again, and then as of today, this thing fell about 15% as of right now. It was as low as 30%, but it has been slowly working its way back up. Okay, so when we are looking at a stock on the technical side, we have to find support and we have to find resistance. So for me, what I always like to do, I always love these horizontal lines right here so we can just kind of draw it out. So we do have some resistance right at 405. That's going to be the highs. That's the hardest point for this stock to break above. Now, as we kind of stair step our way back down, it does look like we do have some more resistance. As you can see, it hit it down here, sold off, classifying another resistance. But if we look close, you can see it hit it again and sold off. So it definitely has some heavy support from about 320 all the way to about 313, right in that range, as you can see with it in here as well. So definitely some resistance that you need to understand. Now we need to look for some support. Support's pretty much just when we see buying pressure start entering the stock. So for me, I always like to go down to these lows here. We have heavy support right here at about $184. So given that the stock's at only $220, it could sell off a little bit more down to some lows here. Now, as we slowly work our way up, it does have some more support right down in here from about 313 to about 305, right in that range. So we'll go right in the middle. And as you can see, I definitely think this is a better outcome that we'll see if this stock, if it continues to sell off all the way down to about that 210 mark, 213, before we see a bounce in this. But it could come a lot sooner, but we'll talk more about that here shortly. So as you can see, honestly, looking at this stock, yes, it's very volatile, but if we just draw it out, it does have a very slow yet volatile upward trend in the stock. As you can see, right, it does have that slow and steady upward trend, nothing crazy. Now, the biggest thing right now that SoFi released is earnings. Now, the earnings, on the other hand, were good yet bad at the same time, right? They came out and they actually doubled their revenue for compared to last year, which, hey, that's fantastic. So why is the stock selling off? Well, the CEOs and the executives came out and said, hey, yes, we had a great earnings, but we believe this trend is not going to continue. This growth of SoFi on revenue side could slow down upwards of 70%. And that's not good. Anytime you hear that, especially from the CEOs or executives, for most people, that's like hopping out, right? That's just, okay, this is my sign to sell my shares. And yes, I definitely believe that SoFi right now is going to go through a struggle. Should you buy this stock? Now, for me, I always think that's a very tough question. I understand SoFi is a high volatile, high growth stock. So you have to go through that. And understand that when you invest into this stock, you understand that this is not investing in Apple, it's not investing in Amazon, it's investing in a recent IPO, which historically those are more volatile and more risky. So given that, I definitely think, yes, this is something that should not have happened, but it definitely was something that we could easily see it happening. And this is why with recent IPOs, you don't invest so heavy. You don't put up 100% of your portfolio. You put 1, 2, maybe even 5% of your portfolio into something like this because it's going to be more volatile. I definitely think data, software, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. But when the CEO comes out and says that, that's not good. And yes, this could and most likely will last a year to 2 years. But if you have that long-term mindset for 5, 10, 15 years that SoFi will be the top player in big data and software, then dollar cost average it. For me, I own shares of SoFi. I bought them right when they sold off about 2 or 3 weeks after their IPO. So it was right down in here. I believe my average cost is about $2.40. So it's most likely a little bit up here. So I'm down about $20 per share as of now. But I'm not going to touch them, because you also have to realize companies like Apple and Amazon and all of the big stock, they went through hardships, right? I believe it was Apple has fallen over 70 times, 20% or more, which is expected for a growth stock that is in tech and in big data and more volatile, right? You have to understand that. So for me, I'm gonna hold my shares. Am I gonna buy some? No. I'll probably hold off on buying. Am I gonna sell them? No. The shares I have, I'm just gonna hold. I'm not gonna touch. But answering that question of should you buy it? Now that's up to you. I definitely think if you do buy it, I would dollar cost average it. Figure out a certain amount to invest. If you want to invest $1,000, invest $100 a week over the next 10 weeks so you get a good average cost for those shares. That's what I would do. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. And as you guys can see, the earnings, was not too bad. It was just the overall news that came out. So you can see the revenue was up. Everything actually looked very good except for that announcement by the executives. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. We will see you guys tomorrow in another episode. Remember to stay happy, guys, stay positive, and stay safe. Take care.